screen door, dusty steps and one soft torch, footsteps on a road, remember, coming back to the old porch.
I've been gone for many seasons, chasing roads and city skies, but your street kept calling softly when I finally turned around.
Now I'm standing by your railing, with my suitcase by my side, hoping you still hear me knocking on the door I left behind.
Through the window there's a glimmer, kitchen clock and gentle flame. All the years fall into whisper when I softly say your name.
Back on the old porch, under evening skies, you're still the same light shining in my eyes. Though the seasons changed us, though we walked apart, this little wooden doorway never left my heart. Back on the old porch in the fading day, somehow every wrong turn led me back this way. If you take my hand now, I won't let it go. Back on the old porch where our first love started to grow.
I was washing cups in silence, radio humming soft and low, when I heard that careful knocking from a voice so long ago.
All those letters in the shoebox, folded corners, ink turned brown, came alive in just a heartbeat as I slowly turned around.
You were standing where the roses used to climb along the rail, with that same unsure half smile there, like a promise in the mail.
Every page I kept from you, love, every word in crooked line, seemed to rise into the lamplight when you touched your hand to mine. Back on the old porch, under evening skies, you're still the same light shining in my eyes. Though the seasons changed us, though we walked apart, this little wooden doorway never left my heart. Back on the old porch in the fading day, somehow every wrong turn led you back this way. If I take your hand now, I won't let it go. Back on the old porch where our first love started to grow.
Now the crickets keep the rhythm, and the night air smells like rain. We are older, but the feeling finds its way to us again.
On the swing we used to share here, side by side and slow and near, all the questions we've been carrying start to quietly disappear.
You lean close and speak so gently. I was scared you might move on, but the porch light on your shoulder says this love was never gone.
All the buses, all the phone calls that we never quite could make, all the roads that turned us elsewhere, all the time we had to take.
In the drawer there's one old picture, two young faces, summer hair. Now the shadows match that moment in the way we're seated there.
If tomorrow brings us troubles, if the world feels sharp and wide,
we'll remember how it started. Just your hand in mine outside.
back on the old porch in the silver night, every star above us seems a little bright. All the lonely highways, all the stops and starts led us to this wooden step and back into our hearts. Back on the old porch where the soft wind blows, you can hear forever in the way it flows. If we hold each other, we'll be home for sure. Back on the old porch where our first I love you was pure. Back on the old porch where the shadows fall. We don't need the city, we don't need it all.
The night wind starts to hum, our song comes softly on. We were younger on that seaside evening, barefoot where the waves kissed our feet. You were laughing with your jacket on my shoulders. I could hear my heart skip every beat. Down the boardwalk, all the summer lights were shining, candy colors in the salt blue air. And the sky turned slowly while the Ferris wheel kept climbing. I fell in love with you up there. All the little lights below looked like wishes in a row. I remember how it felt so real when you took my hand by the Ferris wheel. We were turning round and round above the sea. Every creak and every shimmer held a promise just for you and me. If the years go by and all the world can change its face, I will still be right beside you in that shining place. In my heart, I'm always waiting by the Ferris wheel with you. Now we're driving with the car radio low, dashboard glowing in the silver dark. Hear that old tune that we danced to by the ocean, takes me back to where we found our spark. On the promenade, the little shops are closing, but the wheel still paints the night with fire. And your smile in the mirror has that same soft wonder that it had the night you lit my life. Every time the chorus plays, I can see those summer days, all the laughter, all the spinning steel, all the quiet love by the Ferris wheel, by the Ferris wheel. coffee in the kitchen, little notes you leave beside my cup, all the quiet ways you say you're always with me keep my drift and heart still looking up. And on evenings when the wind begins to whisper and the tide rolls in with gentle sighs, we'll park the car and walk along the wooden railing, let the colored lights fill up our eyes. Life can move like turning cars below us on the ground, faces fade and streets can change their names, but every time we hear that distant carnival sound, we remember where our stories stayed the same. So if I ever feel the years begin to steal, kiss me once again by the Ferris wheel, by the Ferris wheel. We'll be turning round and round above the sea, all the days behind before us fold together when you're close to me. Let the waves roll in and carry off the noise and haste. We will hold this little circle as our sacred place. For as long as I am breathing, I will stand right here with you by the Ferris wheel, believing every night our love is new. By the Ferris wheel, my darling, I'm forever next to you. By the Ferris wheel, my darling, I'm forever next to you. Summer air and a carousel tune, first time I ever fell in love with the moon. We were just two shadows in the carnival glow, cotton candy fingers, nowhere else to go. You won me a prize with a ring toss throw, laughed when you missed and you bowed too low. Then the midway music found a softer tune, you touched my hand underneath the moon. Someone called last ride for the night, you said, come share the sky and lights. I felt the ground fall far away when you softly said my name. Every bright bulb seemed to say life would never be the same. Ferris wheel, heartbeat turning slow, up above the town in a silver glow. You whispered secrets only stars could hear, promised you'd be right beside me every year. With the whole fair fading at our feet, time kept skipping every other beat. Ferris wheel, heartbeat in the night, spinning my world into the softest light. Later in your car on an empty road, ticket stubs and prizes on the dash you'd thrown. The radio played a sweet doo-wop song, I hummed the harmony, you sang along. Headlights drawing lines on the sleeping sea, you tapped the rhythm on the wheel with me. You said if you're afraid when the lights go down, just remember this ride and that I felt the dark just drift away when you softly said my name. Every bright star seemed to say love had finally learned my name. Ferris wheel, heartbeat turning slow, up above the town in a silver glow. You whispered secrets only stars could hear, promised you'd be right beside me every year. With the whole fair fading at our feet, time kept skipping every other beat. Ferris wheel, heartbeat in the night, spinning my world into the softest light. Now every summer when the fair rolls in, we walk the boardwalk in the salt soft wind. You buy me flowers made of paper string. We still get dizzy when the swing boats swing. People say that young love doesn't stay, but I still feel that first night way whenever wheels light up the dark blue sky. I hear your heartbeat keeping time with mine. We don't need diamonds or a fancy scene, just the colored bulbs and the soft machine, lifting us higher than the town below, where all our little years line up in a row. Ferris wheel, heartbeat turning slow, up above the town in a silver glow. Every gentle circle, every creaking chain says we'll find our way through the sun and rain. Hold me just a little past midnight, let the music fade and the crowd grow light. Ferris wheel, heartbeat, hold me tight, spinning our love into the softest light. When the midway sleeps and the night grows still, I keep your heartbeat like a little Ferris
Soft shoes on the wooden floor, crickets singing by the door, evening breeze and distant sighs, and that porch light in your eyes.
We came home from the summer fair, paper tickets in your hair, Ferris wheel still in the sky. You slipped your hand into my hand, dusty roads and brass band stands. Every laugh beneath those lights
Felt like it could last all night. Now the midway's gone, but I still see little sparks where you looked at me. In every quiet, simple night, you turn the dark to light, porch light in your eyes, shining soft and wise, like a little home I carry everywhere I go. When the long day ends, you're my journey's end. In the shadows of the evening, you're the one that never dies, my porch light in your eyes.
Splashing ripples catch the gleam.
You said maybe years from now we'll be different, don't know how. But if we lose our way someday, this is where our hearts will stay.
And the water moved but didn't take all the promises we'd made. They settled in the evening air, still shining softly there. Porch light in your eyes, shining soft and wise, like a little home I carry everywhere I go. When the long day ends, you're my journey's end. In the shadows of the evening, you're the one that never dies. My porch light in your eyes. There were nights we barely spoke,
Bills and clocks and hearts that broke.
but even when the words ran dry,
There was still that steady light,
coffee cups at 10:30,
saying sorry once again.
and the glow between your tears held our hands through all those years. When the world feels big and far, and we're not sure where we are,
I just watch the way you smile in that doorway for a while. If the years all slip away, silver touches both our days, I will know you by that shine when your tired hand finds mine. Porch light in your eyes, where my safe place lies, like a gentle song that follows every step I take. When the daylight fades through the years we've made, in the hush of every evening, when the restless city sighs, you're my porch light in your eyes. Through each wrong and right, you're my guiding light. If I'm ever lost and lonely under any kind of sky, I'll look for porch light in your eyes. Soft shoes on the wooden floor, crickets singing by the door. If all the stars fall from the skies, I'll still find porch light in your eyes.
Sha-la-la, soft lights turning in the summer sky. We were strangers at the summer fair, cotton candy colors hanging in the air. You were standing by the horses painted gold, with a ticket in your fingers and your smile so bold. There was music from the jukebox by the stand, old love songs playing while you reached for my hand. All the midway faded, every sound grew still when you pulled me close under the Ferris wheel, and the world spun slow high above the town. Tiny lights like stars looking down. You whispered low, stay here for a while, and I fell forever in that quiet smile. Under the Ferris Every time our memories spin, I'm under the Ferris wheel again. Later on we walked beside the sea, shoes in our hands and the waves at our feet. You drew a little heart in the shining sand, then you wrote my name beside your own name in your hand. We were talking about a small white house with a little front porch and the lights turned down. You said, darling, when the day is through, I'll come home to that porch light and you. And the wind sang soft like a distant song as the tide kept time all night long. You held me close in the ocean breeze, and I heard the fairground in the rustling trees. Under the Ferris wheel, that's where my heart learned how love can feel. Round and round with the night so real, you and I beneath the turning steel. Every time our memories spin, I'm under the Ferris wheel again. Now the summer fairs have come and gone, but the porch light glows when the day is done. There's a kettle on the stove and your coat by the chair, and a soft little song hanging warm in the air. When you kiss my cheek at the kitchen door, I'm that girl in the midway once more. Though the colors fade and the years all roll, you still turn my heart like that first ride's glow. Let the midway fade into the night, we still have our little circle of light. Every laugh line written on your face is a carousel I never want to chase. When the world feels big and hard to feel, I close my eyes and there's the Ferris wheel. Under the Ferris wheel, I still can taste how the stars were real. Hand in hand as the night would heal every old heartbreak we used to feel. Now when I say our love is real, I'm back under the Ferris wheel. Sha-la-la, I'm back under the Ferris wheel. Soft lights turning in the summer sky, you and I under the Ferris wheel.
Sha-la-la, sha-la-la. You were reaching for the shoreline stones, skipping wishes on the blue. Evening settling on the water, I was walking next to you. You were talking about tomorrow, hands were shaking just a bit. When you brushed against my fingers, every star above us lit.
I can feel that quiet trembling every time I see your face in that faded little
began to wake. Every soft September sky, every shy mistake we'd made, I still fall in love with you. In these pictures by the lake, there's a postcard with your handwriting, curved and careful, almost shy, from the year we spent in cities, living underneath different skies. You wrote, I will keep the shoreline in my pocket near my heart, till the day we walk together, never more so far apart. Now I trace those little letters with a thumb that's grown with time, but the promise in that ink feels as fresh as when you signed all these pictures by the lake, and your words I never could forsake. Every gentle looping line, every vow we'd softly made, keeps me walking back to you, through these pictures by the lake. On our bedroom wooden floor now lies a box of memories, shoes kicked off the kettle singing, wind is whispering through the trees. We don't need a grand adventure or a far-off shining place, just your shoulder leaning into mine, and these moments we can trace. So let's keep pictures by the lake, on the shelf beside the love we make. When the daylight's growing tired and our bones begin to ache, I will see us young and waiting for the dust to slowly break, and I'll fall in love forever, through these pictures by the lake. Sha-la-la, pictures by the lake. Sha-la-la, pictures by the lake. I still see your suitcase by your side, raindrops on the platform, tears you tried to hide. You kept looking down the empty tracks, as if you wished the rails would carry you back. You pressed a folded letter in my hand, ink a little shaky where your heart would stand. You whispered, darling, please don't let me go. Then the train pulled in with its silver glow. Every time that whistle cuts the night, I can feel your fingers holding mine so tight. All the miles between us disappear when I hear that engine drawing near. Under the station lights, I was holding you close, with your goodbye words trembling soft like a ghost. Under the station lights, as the midnight train sighed, you stepped through the doorway with tears in your eyes. And I promised I'd wait through the dark and the days, through the cold and the silence and haze, keeping your love under the station lights. There were nights I'd drive the highway slow, car radio humming with a gentle glow. letters in the glove box by my knee. Every line a little window where your face would be. I'd pull over where the tracks run near the road, watch the boxcars rumble with their weary load, reading all your handwriting in the dashboard shine, like you were tracing out your heart on mine. Every time the dial finds a tender song, I can feel you near, though you've been gone so long. Every careful word that you once wrote wraps around me like your coat. Under the station lights, I first watched you depart, but your name kept on ringing in the halls of my heart. Under the station lights, through the wind and the rain, I was counting the hours till I'd see you again. And I promised I'd wait through the dark and the days, through the cold and the silence and haze, keeping your love under the station lights. I'm at the station one more time, cafe window fogged along its crooked line, stirring bitter coffee as the raindrops fall, listening to the echo of the platform call. Then I see a figure in the misty glass, someone with a suitcase slowly walking past. You turn and our reflections find a rhyme, two familiar strangers meeting right on time. All the lonely pages, all those restless nights, all the empty platforms waiting for the lights, fade away the moment that I hear your name whispered on your lips as you step off the train. Let the world keep racing down its busy track. All I ever wanted was to have you back, here where every promise that we made that night comes home, beneath this gentle light. Under the station lights, now I'm holding you near, with your suitcase forgotten and your eyes full of tears. Under the station lights, as the rain slips away, we're just two tired hearts with a brand new day. And I'll promise again, through the dark and the days, through the cold and the silence and haze, I will love you wherever you are in my sight. But meet me, my darling, under the station lights, always and forever, under the station lights.
Rain on the sidewalks, shining in lines, neon reflections in the traffic light shine. Footsteps echo in a midnight spell, two lonely hearts that never quite could tell. I saw you standing by the corner sign, raindrops tracing down your fragile smile. You held your coat up, shivering in the cold, trying to be brave, trying to look bold. I raised my umbrella like a little wing, said there's room for two beneath this thing. You stepped in close and the city grew small, just you and I, and the soft rain fall. Your hand brushed mine as we walked that night, street lamps painting you in silver light. Every puddle seemed to glow for two, every heartbeat whispering, this is you. Under one small umbrella, I fell in love with you. Walking down that rainy street, not knowing what to do, with the cars splashing by and the world out of view. Under one small umbrella, all I saw was you. Under one small umbrella, sharing whispered air, rain in your lashes and drops in your hair. If I live 100 years, one thing will be true: I lost my heart forever under one small umbrella with you. Now I sit alone in a window chair, coffee growing cold as I watch out there, couples hurrying through the misty glow, holding each other like we did long ago. In my pocket there's a folded note, your faded ink on a fragile quote. Maybe someday when the sky turns gray, we'll walk that same old street this way. I hear the sax from the radio low, soft and lonely in the afterglow. Every song about the falling rain sounds like us on that street again. Under one small umbrella, I fell in love with you. Walking down that rainy street, not knowing what to do, with the cars splashing by and the world out of view. Under one small umbrella, all I saw was you. Under one small umbrella, sharing whispered air, rain in your lashes and drops in your hair. If I live 100 years, one thing will be true: I lost my heart forever under one small umbrella with you. Sometimes driving with the wipers on slow, dashboard glowing with a gentle glow. I see your face in every streak and line, like the night you slipped your arm in mine. I keep your picture in a silver frame. Smudged little corners, written out name. If you're somewhere watching the same rain fall, do you ever hear my heart still call? If you ever wander down that street again, if the clouds roll in and the showers begin, look for a stranger with a worn-out smile, holding up a shelter for a little while. Maybe we're older and the years have flown, maybe the life we dreamed has grown. But if I see your eyes in the rainy light, I'll open up and hold you tight. Under one small umbrella, let's fall in love once more. Walking past the sleepy shops and that old glass door with the city blurred and the night washed new. Under one small umbrella, I'll come back to you. Under one small umbrella, hear the soft doo-wop sigh, saxophone singing as the cars roll by. If I get one last dream, let it all come true, to spend my final storm under one small umbrella with you. Rain on the sidewalks, shining in lines, one little shelter where our hearts align. Long after the showers and the clouds are through, I'm still standing here under one small umbrella with you.
Smoke was hanging in the station air, snow was floating through the beams of a single-tied platform light on the edge of all our dreams. You were holding to your ticket tight, collar turned against the night. I was trying to keep my voice from cracking in the yellow light. We could hear the rails far under, like a heartbeat in the ground. Every second on the clock there was another leaving sound. So I said I'll love you till the train comes in, till it brings you back to where our story did begin. I'll be standing by the railing with the same old hopeful grin. I'll keep my heart beside these tracks till the train comes in. Winter's melted into longer days, still that platform stayed the same. Fresh paint on the wooden benches, but they whispered your sweet name. I would walk there on the evening when the sky turned dusty blue, buy a coffee from the canteen just to sit and think of you. Every distant whistle calling made my foolish pulse race fast, like the moment you first held me at the doorway as you passed.
and the towns you're living in. I'll keep waiting by that platform where the night and hope are thin. I'll keep a space here by my side till the train comes in. People say that time will soften all the edges of a vow, but the way you turned and waved there feels like it is happening now. If your roads have grown too crooked, if your days feel cold and long, there's a man beside a railing, still believing we belong. Oh, so come home, I love you till the train comes in. When your suitcase feels too heavy and you're tired in your skin, I'll be waiting where you left me. Let the years all lose their spin. We will find our first night courage when the train comes in. Hold me close as the doors swing wide again. We'll step out into tomorrow like we never walked away then. I will write the rest of lifetime on the moment you walk in. I love you now and evermore till the train comes in. Oh, till the train comes in. Oh, till the train comes in. Oh, till the train comes in. Rain on the sidewalks, soft and slow. Two shadows walking where the streetlights glow.
I still remember how the city streets were wet. You were holding to my arm so you would not forget.
Under one small umbrella in the silver rain, every drop was tapping out our last refrain.
You kept checking that old suitcase at your side, trying to be brave while your eyes gave you away inside. By the station where the midnight whistles cried, we were just two hearts learning how to say goodbye.
You said I'll write you every single night.
I said I'll dream you into every light.
And as your train pulled slowly out of sight,
I held your promise in the falling night. Under the porch light, holding you near, whispering secrets only we hear. When the whole world is sleeping at night, I fall in love again under the porch light. Every goodbye, every goodbye, every return, all of the years and the miles we earn fade away when your face is in my sight, shining soft under the porch light. Ooh, there were letters with your careful leaning hand, little photographs from some faraway land.
I would read every line by that same front door till the ink felt warm like it did before.
Ooh, I kept your ribbon in a pocket on my chest. Every lonely night I'd hold it while I tried to rest. Far from home with the whistle in my ears, I could hear your voice calling through the years.
Pages full of someday we'll be free.
Trains passing years, I came walking up your street through my own fears.
Rain was falling just the way it used to do, and the porch light burned like it waited to.
Ooh, I opened up the door before you rang the bell. Knew your footsteps in a way I couldn't tell. You just stood there with the raindrops in your hair, and the whole wide world vanished in the quiet air.
We could have lost it in the turning of the days.
Ooh, in the distance and the long and winding way.
But your name stayed written in my heart so bright.
Ooh, like your face there glowing in that gentle light.
Now the trains still run and the city never sleeps.
Oh, but our little corner, all its magic keeps.
Every time the rain begins to fall just right,
I find your hand again in that pool of light. Under the porch light, holding you near. Nothing between us but the night and the years. When the world feels heavy and the road's been long, we are still the answer in each other's song. Under the porch light, hearts burning slow. Two old promises that never let go. All our tomorrows and our yesterdays bright. Gather close under the porch light.
Rain on the sidewalks, soft and slow.
Two shadows swaying where the warm lights glow. Ooh, time moves on,
But my heart holds you tight.
I'd forever standing under the porch light. Soft song playing in the corner of my mind, like a record we have worn and worn a million times. We were just faces in that small town hall, paper streamers hanging, letters on the wall. You were leaning by the old jukebox, tapping out the rhythm on your worn out socks. I was hiding in my Sunday dress, trying not to show how my heart confessed. Then you smiled and said, would you like this dance? And the night began with a simple chant. Every note was a gentle sway, every step stole my breath away. In the dusty room with its colored light, I found my whole world in your eyes. That night, under the jukebox light, you were holding me so tight. Every little love song spinning slow and low told me I should never let you go. Under the jukebox light, everything just felt so right. From the very first waltz to the morning bright, I've been yours under the jukebox light. Summertime came with the county fair, You won a ribbon at a crooked game, pinned it to my sleeve and softly said my name. We rode high where the town grew small, and you whispered, darling, I will give you all. From the tilt-a-whirl to the carousel, every little promise that we made felt real. And when the brass band faded out of sight, we still heard our song in the summer night. Under the jukebox light, you were holding me so tight. Every little love song spinning slow and low told me I should never let you go. Under the jukebox light, everything just felt so right. From that very first waltz till the morning bright, I've been yours under the jukebox light. Years rolled on like the ocean tide. We walked the seaside with our hands entwined. Waves keep singing that familiar tune, soft as distant music from a backroom June. There's a porch light glowing when the daylight dies, a kettle on the stove and your tired eyes. You kiss my cheek as you lock the door, and my foolish heart falls in love once more. We may not dance like we did before, but I hear our song on the kitchen floor, with the radio low and the dishes done. You pull me close and we sway as one. If the lights go down and the years grow dim, I'll still be reaching out my hand to him. For in every room and in every night, I can see us there in that jukebox light. Under the jukebox light, you're still holding me so tight. Every little heartbeat steady, soft and true, feels like that first evening I found you. Under the jukebox light, time can fade but not our night. When the band is gone and the world's out of sight, I'll be yours under the jukebox light. Under the jukebox light, my dear, every step just keeps you near. From that very first waltz till our last twilight, I love you under the jukebox light. Soft song playing in the corner of my mind, and I'm yours now and for all time. Evening breeze and the crickets sing. Your headlights turn the corner once again. You pull up slow in that old blue car, radio playing some forgotten star. You lean across with that easy smile, ask if I can stay and talk a while. We drive past town where the sidewalks glow, past the little hall where we used to go, dancing all night by the jukebox shine. You'd whisper, someday I'll make you mine. Years roll on like the white lines do, but every road keeps leading back to you. And though the world keeps changing all the time, I'm still your girl and you're still mine. Under the porch light, I fall in love again. Every time you take my hand and slowly pull me in, kiss my cheek so softly, and you never say goodbye. Night after night, you hold me tight, and my heart shines on under the porch light. We talk about bills and the day we had, laugh about things that once made us sad. You say, remember when we had no phone, just a midnight walk to bring you home. The screen door creaks while the neighbors sleep. We steal a moment that is ours to keep. You brush my hair back from my face like every night in the same place. We may not travel very far or wide, but I found the world in your quiet eyes. And when the daylight slowly slips away, I hear my heart begin to say, under the porch light, I fall in love again. Every time you take my hand and slowly pull me in, shadows on the doorstep, stars up in the sky. You kiss my cheek so softly, and you never say goodbye. Night after night, you hold me tight, and my heart shines on under the porch light. There's a little gray in your gentle hair, but the boy I met is still right there. You still get shy when I catch your gaze, like we're back in those first dance hall days. The kids have grown, gone their separate ways, but you're still my song at the end of the day. And when the house is quiet, still and small, your knock on the door says I've got it all. Maybe someday when we're old and slow, moving a little softer than we do now, we'll sit on this step in the fading glow, smiling at the life that love allowed. You'll take my hand like you always do, say after all these years I still choose you. And in that golden tender light, we'll thank the stars for every night. And under the porch light, I'm falling still for you. Every line upon our hands is every year we made it through. Shadows on the doorstep, silver in your hair. Every promise that we whispered still is shining in the air. Night after night, you hold me tight, and my heart lives on under the porch light. Yes, my heart lives on under the porch light.
Rain on the pavement, soft and slow. Street lights painting silver glow. Two shadows waiting at the light, crossing back into the night.
I saw your face behind the glass. Cafe window, years had passed. You looked up as the thunder rolled. Same shy smile I used to hold.
stepped outside, you pulled your coat, raindrops on your pretty throat. I raised my hand without a word, and this is what you heard.
Darling, it's been such a long, long time.
But some things never change, if you don't mind this heart of mine.
Coming from the rain,
Under the same umbrella, we're standing close again. Every drop that falls above sings like an old refrain. Under the same umbrella, the city fades to blue, and all the years between us fall softly into you.
I kept your letters in a drawer, folded corners, nothing more. Lines of ink and promises, lonely nights and gentle kisses.
By the river we would walk at dusk, hands in pockets, dreams and trust. I moved on, but when I'd read your name, the river sang the same.
Funny how a sudden storm can find
the place where we once stood. I never thought that heart of mine would beat like this again, for good. Under the same umbrella, we're standing close again. Every drop that falls above sings like an old refrain. Under the same umbrella, the past feels fresh and new, and all the years between us fall softly into you.
Let's take the long way by the stream,
Past the bridge of every dream.
hear the water whisper low, telling us to take it slow.
We talk of where the time has gone,
Of roads we took along,
yet here we are just side by side.
like we were all alone.
Maybe we were never meant to close that open door.
Maybe all the miles we walked were circling back for more.
If tomorrow morning sun finds our rain-wet footsteps true, I'll hold this fragile second chance like I once held you. Under the same umbrella, our hearts keep perfect time. Every raindrop in the dark rings like a tender chime. Under the same umbrella, I see my life with you, and all the lonely seasons wash quietly into blue. So let the skies be stormy, love. We'll share what weather comes. Under the same umbrella now, we're finally back as one. Soft tide, moonlight, and a melody. I'm still reading letters by the sea. I remember when the summer air played with ribbons in your hair. We walked along the seaside promenade, every step a promise that we made. You slipped your hand inside of mine, salt on your lips, stars on the tide. You whispered, when I have to go, write to me so I will always know. So when the seasons pull you far, I wrote your name on every star.
Now all these pages speak your name, every word a little flame. Letters by the sea, your handwriting in my hand, tiny waves of ink that only we could understand. I hear your voice between each line you sent to me, whispering through the wind, these letters by the sea. If you're out there somewhere thinking still of me, know my heart is here with our letters by the sea. Years have passed and on a rainy day I find the little cafe where we'd stay. Raindrops dance on the window glass like every tear I never let you see pass. I spread your letters on the wooden table, reading slowly as long as I'm able. Outside the clouds keep rolling through, but inside this room it's just me and you. The coffee cools, the daylight fades, but not the words that we once made. Every dearest and my love floats around me like a dove. Letters by the sea, your handwriting in my hand, tiny waves of ink that only we could understand. I hear your voice between each line you sent to me, whispering through the wind, these letters by the sea. If you're out there somewhere thinking still of me, know my heart is here with our letters by the sea. Sometimes I walk where the shoreline bends, watching lovers holding hands like friends. I tuck your letters close inside my coat, every heartbeat matching every note. The waves roll in with a gentle sigh, gulls trace your name across the sky. Though time has taken you far from me, you're coming back in every memory. Maybe you're married, maybe you're alone, maybe you're chasing dreams you've always known. But if you ever feel the ocean call, think of that night when we gave it all. And if a moonlit breeze brings you to this shore, you'll find my footprints like before. I'll be standing where you once kissed me, reading out loud our history. Letters by the sea, your handwriting in my hand, tiny waves of ink that only we could understand. Through all the years and all the miles between you and me, your love still drifts ashore in letters by the sea. If the world forgets the boy you used to see, these pages still remember, here by the sea. If you ever come back, love, you'll find me waiting with our letters by the sea.
When the day runs long and then the world feels loud, you hang your coat, step out of the crowd. We the same old path that our hearts design, past the corner store and the blinking sign, down the little road where your hand finds mine. All the noise fades out into evening air, till it's only you and I'm walking there. Every step we take I feel it still, like the first time, soft and slow and real. All these years and I remember why. Every time we find that shoreline sky for a slow dance by the water, where the moon draws silver lines, you lean your head upon my shoulder, and the world slips from our minds in the hush of waves and laughter, drifting from the distant pier. Our slow dance by the water says I'm always, always here. There's a wooden pier where the lights glow low, and the lake keeps secrets that the two of us know. Your dress brushes sand as you slip off your shoes, while a distant band plays a soft old tune. I hum along, let the breeze come through, and the only rhythm that I follow is you, with your cheeks so warm in the cooling air, and your quiet smile saying I'll be there. In your steady eyes I see the years, all the little joys and the quiet tears. Every night like this makes the picture clear. Love is simply standing here for a slow dance by the water, where the moon draws silver lines. You lean your head upon my shoulder, and the world slips from our minds in the hush of waves and laughter, drifting from the distant pier. Our slow dance by the water says I'm always, always here. One day our hair will be frost and gray. We might walk this path just a little less straight, but I'll hold your arm where the shadows start, like I've always held your heart. If the lights go out on that old wood rail, and the music fades to a whispering trail, we'll still hear a song in the gentle tide, as long as you're by my side. So when the clocks turn fast and the years rush through, when the daylight work tries to pull me from you, let the town keep spinning far out of view. All I need is one more night like tonight with you, with a soft little sway on the water's edge, your head on my chest, my promise said in a voice only ripples here. I am staying right here for a slow dance by the water, where the moon draws silver lines. Every change and every season falls away when your hands in mine. In the hush of waves and laughter, drifting soft but ringing clear, our slow dance by the water says I'm always here. Yes, our slow dance by the water says I'm always here. And as the night grows softer on the lake, we turn for home with every step we take. But the song still plays in the whispering air. Slow dance by the water, always there.
Keep my heart by the door.
Porch light promises tonight.
Oh, rainy city streets, the night you said goodbye.
One small umbrella you and I pressed tight. Steam from the station rising in the sky.
You whispered when I come back, follow the light.
So I walk this little street when the day is through. Every shining window makes me dream of you. Porch light promises tonight, shining like a vow in the soft street light. If you lose your way, just look for mine. I'll be waiting in the doorway till you're by my side. Porch light promises tonight. Porch light promises tonight.
Summer fair was turning as the train rolled on.
Train rolled on, Ferris wheel behind me fading like a song.
I saw your shadow in the glass car wall.
Told myself that little light will guide me home through it all. Through the crowds and cities, through the years that grew. Every lonely platform I was seeing you. Porch light promises tonight, shining like a bow in the soft street light. If I lose my way, I'll look for yours. You'll be waiting in the doorway. I'll be at your door. Porch light promises tonight.
Footsteps in the drizzle echo down the lane.
Suitcase on my shoulder, calling out your name.
Yellow little halo on the wooden stair.
Every glowing window, but my heart runs there.
Then I see you standing in that gentle glow.
All the miles between us finally letting go. I kept the porch light burning through the longest night.
Followed every memory to that tiny light.
Oh,
porch light promises tonight, holding every tear, turning wrong to right. If we lose our way, that glow will show how to find each other when the cold winds blow. Porch light promises tonight. Promises tonight. In your arms, my heart is home. In the porch light tonight, I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. Porch light promises tonight.
Street lamps drifting past the window moon. I find my seat in the usual row, where I learn the face I've come to know. You'd sit there quiet with your tie undone, newspaper folded from a day hard run. I'd hold my ticket like a fragile thing, listening softly to the engine sing. One rainy night when the wipers cried, you moved your coat to the empty side. You said, "It's cold, won't you sit here too?" And that's how I found the road to you. We talked of small things, of days in pay, of coffee breaks and the price of rain. But in your laughter, warm and low, I heard a song I wanted to know. Last bus home with you, rolling through the night, city fading out beneath the amber lights. Don't need diamonds, don't need something new, just this last bus home with you. Last bus home with you, hands that almost touch, hearts leaning closer without saying much. If I can end my day inside this view, I've got enough. Last bus home with you. Some nights we'd ride with the windows clear, talking of places we'd like to steer. You'd say someday when the time is right, we'll trade this bus for a car in the night. I'd smile and tell you I didn't mind these worn out seats and their rattling spine, because each corner, each familiar turn was one more mile where our hearts could learn. You'd press the bell at your usual stop, say, "See you tomorrow," when the doors would pop. But on that evening when you hesitated, I knew our journey had really waited. Last bus home with you, rolling through the night, city fading out beneath the amber lights. Don't need diamonds, don't need something new, just this last bus home with you. Last bus home with you, hands that almost touch, heart We stepped off early on the edge of town. You walked me slowly to my doorway light, brushing off snowflakes from my coat that night. You said, I know this isn't grand or bold, no fancy dinners in a coat of gold, but if you'll have me simple and true, every last bus I'll ride with you. Now some folks dream of the ships that sail, of silver trains on a shining rail, but my sweet dream is a worn out seat, your shoulder steady underneath my cheek. Someday maybe we'll have our own front door, shoes by the mat and a swept up floor, but we'll still smile when the daylight's through, and say, let's pretend it's that bus and you, last bus home with you, rolling through the years, engine humming low as it dries our tears. Don't need oceans, don't need sky bright blue, just this last bus home with you. Last bus home with you. When the night grows old, I'll hold your arm when the wind blows cold. If every day can end the way we knew, I'm always on that last bus home with you. Motor fading like a lullaby tune, two silhouettes beneath the same small moon. Wherever life may carry us on through, my heart rides that last bus home with you.
Rain falls soft and yellow under our old umbrella. I saw you waiting at the crossing light, rain on your lashes in the silver night. Same little coat that you used to wear, same gentle way you tuck back your hair.
I almost turned and walked away, afraid of all the words we didn't say. Then you caught my eye through the curtain of rain, and suddenly I wasn't old again.
I said it's been a long, long while.
You answered with that quiet smile.
Under our old umbrella, side by side like yesterday, all the years just melt away. Under our old umbrella, every raindrop whispers low all the love we used to know. If there's still a place for us to grow together, we can start again under our old umbrella.
I kept your letters in a wooden drawer, folded like secrets from a time before. Faded ink and little crooked lines, promises written between the signs.
I used to hear you on the late night air, love song spinning on the wave somewhere. ever think of walking back to me when the city lights were soft and free?
I said I wondered where you'd gone. I whispered I was never really done.
Under our old umbrella, side by side like yesterday, all the years just melt away. Under our old umbrella, every raindrop whispers low all the love we used to know. If there's still a place for us to grow together, we can start again. Under our old umbrella,
We found a window in a corner cafe, glass full of raindrops, world washed gray. Steam on the panes and your hand in mine, saxophone playing some forgotten line.
we talk softly to the closing sign, laughing at moments we left behind. And in your eyes, through the candle glow, I saw the girl I used to know.
I drove alone for so many nights.
Dashboard glow and the distant lights.
I held our pictures in the quiet room,
Hoping the silence wouldn't be my doom. Now the radio hums a gentle tune,
and the rain draws halos round the moon.
maybe goodbye was just a little while,
Leading us back to
the same old smile. Under our old umbrella, let the city fade away. We'll just walk and softly sway. Under our old umbrella, every heartbeat, every sigh feels like we were never dry. If there's still a road that we can walk together, lead me there again. Under our old umbrella. The rain falls soft and yellow. Hold me close, my dear, forever. Under our old umbrella.
softly hum the evening breeze, crickets singing through the night. There's a shadow on the pathway, walking back to my porch light. We were just a pair of dreamers, down by the riverside at dusk, skimming stones across the water, talking big on borrowed luck. You would trace my name in ripples, say you'd keep it safe and bright, while the sky turned soft and purple and the fireflies rode our light. Years have rolled like gentle thunder, still I feel your steady hand, every promise that
world slips out of sight. That's when love comes home to find me, waiting in the porch light. All the seasons drift along our little garden gate, but there's a place where time slows down every time I wait. Under the porch light, my love, when the long day's finally through, I'll be swaying in the doorway, saving all my songs for you. When you walk up that old drive, dust and worries brushed aside, nothing ever feels more right than holding you under the porch light. Under the porch light, my love, where the night air's soft and clear, every quiet shining heartbeat says I'm glad you're finally here. When the years feel hard and wide and the world's a heavy tide, I will keep our little fire bright under the porch light, my love. Ooh, under the porch light, my love. Do you still recall the summer at the fairground on the hill? How the Ferris wheel was turning while the world below stood still. You wrapped your jacket around my shoulders, spun me slow above the town, every light a tiny promise we would never tumble down. Now the Ferris wheel is rusted, but our footsteps still remain on the roads we walk together, through the sunlight and the rain. When the laughter turns to quiet and the stars begin to rise, I can see that same devotion shining in your tired eyes. All the painted signs may fade, the carnival may close, but the sweetest kind of magic is the one a true heart knows. Under the porch light, my love, when the long day's finally through, I'll be swaying in the doorway, saving all my songs for you. When you walk up that old drive, dust and worries brushed aside, nothing ever feels more right than holding you under the porch light. Under the porch light, my love, with your keys and weary smile, you can lay your troubles gently at my feet for just a while. When the daylight says goodnight and the crickets keep the time, I will be your guiding light. Under the porch light, my love. There were nights along the highway with the car radio turned low, dashboard glowing like a lantern on the roads we used to know. We would sing with distant voices till the miles blurred into one, every chorus like a doorway to the place where we'd begun. Now the radio plays softer, but the melody's the same, and the simple steady rhythm still remembers your sweet name. So
Let the years fall on our shoulders like the leaves upon the ground. We will gather every moment like a photograph we found. If the world should pull you farther than my arms can reach tonight, I will leave my heart there glowing like a little faithful light. When your footsteps meet the gravel, when you turn that corner home, know that you are never lonely, never walking in alone. For as long as stars are shining and the moon is hanging high, I'll be here to softly answer every tired and lonely sigh. Under the porch light, my love, where the house feels warm and small, we can let the silence gather till it gently says it all. When you walk up that old drive and you step into my sight, all the shadows fade away under the porch light tonight. Under the porch light, my love, when our hair rain on the sidewalk, closing time, shop window shining, silver lines. You offered me your coat and your umbrella too. Said no one should be walking home alone like you. We climbed a hill where that old dance hall stands. Neon letters flicker just above the band. You took my hand and led me through the door to where the jukebox waited by the worn-out floor. You dropped a coin and chose a song, the sweetest slow one all night long. And as the needle found its way, the crowded room just slipped away. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. Every time I hear that refrain, I feel your fingers in mine again. Under the thunder and soft window pane, we were jukebox hearts in the rain. Later that evening, streets were shining black. We shared a laugh about your borrowed jacket back. You walked me home along the empty square, the puddles catching all the colors in the air. We stopped beneath a lonely traffic light. The red and green were painting us in stripes. You brushed a raindrop gently from my face and turned the quiet street into a sacred place. You said if storms come, don't be afraid. Just think about the music that we played. And in the hush between the drops, I knew my turning world had stopped. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. Every time I hear that refrain, I feel your fingers in mine again. Under the thunder and soft window pane, we were jukebox hearts in the rain. Now when the clouds roll in at closing time, the city hums that same familiar rhyme. I sit alone, but still I hear the band and see our shadows swaying hand in hand. Sometimes I drive and let the radio glow, dashboard shining on the road I used to know. An old song plays, and in that soft refrain, you're turning, smiling, asking me my name. Maybe you're somewhere watching raindrops
fall, passing by another small town dance hall. Maybe a jukebox starts to softly play and pulls your drifting memory my way. If ever you wonder where my heart has been, just follow every quiet violin through every street and every window pane to where our song still echoes in the rain. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. If the night should whisper my name, know that my love hasn't changed. Wherever you wander, whatever the day, we're still jukebox hearts in the rain. When the last note softly fades away, I'll be waiting where the jukebox plays.
Turn up our song, warmer than all octave saturation. Let it fill the dark with a golden light. Hold my hand and hum along while the road rolls under and the night moves on. Turn up our song, let the years fall through like faded pictures that still feel new. If the world feels rough and the day's been long, we'll find our way when we turn up our song. You say we never built a mansion high, just a little house and a slice of sky. I smile and answer that's enough for me, as long as you're the one beside this sea. Turn up our song on the radio tonight. Let it fill the dark with a golden light. Hold my hand and hum along while the road rolls under and the night moves on. Turn up our song, let the years fall through like faded pictures that still feel new. If the world feels rough and the day's been long, we'll find our way when we turn up our song. There in the quiet by the riverside, you take my keys and slide closer to my side. You say one day when we're old and gray, will you still drive me out this way? I kiss your knuckles in the dimmest light, say I'll be here on any night. If the radio breaks and the wires all fray, we'll hum that tune our own sweet way. People chase after shining things, big city windows and diamond rings, but I've got something that won't fade fast, a little love made to last. Letters, photos, the lives we've grown, laughing in a house that we call home. And when the silence feels too strong, we let the memory play along. Turn up our song on the radio tonight. Let it wrap us both in a gentle light. Through every season, right or wrong,
I'll stay with you and we'll turn up our song. Turn up our song when the years run deep, when the kids go home and the house falls asleep. If my voice grows tired but my heart beats strong, I'll hold you close and we'll turn up our song. Rain on the sidewalks, evening rush gone home, city breathing softly, streets of shining stone. I walk past the windows, neon glowing blue, back to the station where I once let go of you.
Ticket man is yawning, clock is almost 10. Echo of a whistle pulls me back to then. You with your suitcase shaking in the rain, me trying to be brave while you boarded that train.
We said ride me every Sunday night. You pressed my hands and said I'll try, but somehow I believed through every mile I would still see your eyes under the station lights. That's where I lost you once that night. But every letter that you ever wrote pulled me back to that platform hope under the station lights. I kept your promise in my mind till the day you step into my sight under the station lights. I watch the dark fields slipping past the pain, trying not to cry as I whispered out your name. New streets waiting, strangers everywhere, only your handwriting saying someone cared. Little rented bedroom, suitcase by the chair, your folded words were all that waited there. Lines a little crooked, ink a little thin, but every simple truth felt like you walking in.
Some nights the distance echoed through my room. I'd read your lines in yellow table gloom, each gentle sentence, every clumsy line, holding my heart like your hand once held mine. Under the station lights, that's where I left you in the night. But every letter that you ever sent kept my lonely footsteps facing home again. Under the station lights, I traced your name 100 times, dreaming of turning, finding your smile under the station lights.
Years turn the edges of the pages warm, ink bled a little like the day we swore. No matter the distance, no matter the time, we'd follow the tracks to the same old sign.
I kept your photographs inside my coat.
I kiss your name on every envelope, every faded stamp and trembling line. drew a little circle around our lives.
Timetable flickers with your train. Ooh, my hands are shaking just to see your name. Ooh, crowd begins to gather underneath the beams. Raindrops stitching silver through the steam.
Oh, I stand among the travelers with my case.
Stay searching every shadow for your face.
Yeah, then through the umbrellas and the yellow glow,
There you are,
just the same as long ago.
you drop your bags and I forget the years. Rain and laughter tangle with our tears.
The whole white city fading out of sight, till it's only you and me tonight.
Under the station lights, we find each other one more time. All of the miles and all those nights, folding in your arms and in your eyes. Under the station lights, no more goodbyes, no more someday. If this is home, let it start right here, where our hearts remember how to stay. Under the station lights, if this is home, let it always be. Under the station lights.